Hey, yo, and away we go. Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Mike the Ref Twitch stream AEW edition. We're 10 minutes away from Dynamite tonight. Glad to see everybody here in the chat today. We're starting to fill up quick. Wow, what a crazy week. It's just been absolutely nuts. Announcements up the wazoo. I have to admit, not as absolutely crazy as we seen last week with all the video game news that dropped down. But there is something interesting I've seen this week. I was actually at my local GameStop yesterday. I wanted to pre-order Street Fighter 6 because I just haven't had a chance to get down there to do it. Because June 2nd should be a national holiday in Canada for the release. Because we're getting excited for that. But I saw a lot of AEW Fight Forever all over the place there. Nothing advertised for a date for a pre-order, but you know when the cases are around and the cases are being shoved right on the counter and saying, please pre-order this now, you know something's coming. So I got a weird feeling we're going to see something on the pay-per-view tonight, but regardless, good to see everybody here today. I hope everybody's doing well. Thank you again for checking things out. Whether you're checking this out live, whether you're checking this out on VOD, or if you're checking this out on the YouTubes. For those that were expecting this video immediately following Dynamite tonight, I do apologize. The VOD release on YouTube will be delayed. I'm actually doing another recording immediately following Dynamite tonight that you guys will be able to see on YouTube on Saturday. Myself and Astro Pizarro are going to produce and create the AEW Revolution preview show for us, sponsored by Beercade YEG here in Edmonton. We are going to be there on Sunday afternoon, Sunday evening. We're going to be there checking out the show. I just picked it up. Because I purchased it for the location, and yeah, it's $55 Canadian. Save yourself $55, put it into some food and some drink, and join us if you're in Edmonton over at Beercade YEG. It's definitely going to be a great experience there for some wrestling content here. So, but yeah, we got a jam-packed show coming up tonight. If you guys haven't heard, let me get you the quick rundown here. As you know, I got the old phone out here to do so. We'll hear from MJF and Bryan Danielson, which doesn't surprise me. We got Toni Storm and Riho, so shout out to Shadow the Cloud because he gets Riho in tonight. He's going to be absolutely stoked for that. I just hope it ends up being a great match. We got Orange Cassidy taking on Big Bill with the AEW All-Atlantic Championship on the line. This is another one of those Stokely Hathaway spiel deals, try to make the firm something important, which, all right, sure. We got the Face of the Revolution ladder match going on, which it's been really funny. We also have Hook and Matt Hardy going for the FTW Championship, which really won't be much of a match there, but it's actually been really interesting. I want to get back to this ladder match here now. There's a ladder match and a Casino Battle Royale, but the ladder match intrigues me for the fact that Eddie Kingston is making a storyline out of this match even before it happens, because he's actually putting out there that he might not even show up and whatnot. He just can't stand ladders. Whether it's real or whether it's kayfabe, either way, good on Kingston right now. This gimmick has been around for a very long time. He doesn't want any part of a ladder, so I can't see him wanting to do this match. But it's going to be definitely, it's going to be funny, to say the least. We'll see what ends up happening as we get closer to the deadlines. So, the Casino Battle Royale, we could get all over the place here about what's going to happen with that. We have that last team remaining. Could it be that FTR makes their return tonight to get that last spot in the Battle Royal? It might say a lot for what's going to happen here going on in the future of for FTR, whether it be at AEW, whether it be WWE, whether it be wrestling, period. Because I know Dax has a way of, he not only, on this week's podcast, it seems like he's telling off somebody every week. He's got a little something for someone. And this one ended up being for MJF, which you're bugging the champion. That's not good. That is not good at all. But I haven't listened to it myself. I saw it as a few things. Hey, Zodiac, how you doing here tonight? Dax commented that MJF insisted to do more promo work with Tully Blanchard sitting there, which I can totally understand. Hey, Zodiac, yeah, I've been absolutely chilling as well, getting things ready for... We're recording another show tonight after I'm done here tonight. As I mentioned earlier, myself and Astor Pizarro, we're going to be doing the AEW preview show for Revolution. So, you guys going to be able to see that on the old YouTubes on Saturdays. So, it's always great to sit out and talk wrestling with Astrid for a decent period of time, because most of our conversations are just Twitter-based for the most part. So, want to try and do a little bit more on the wrestling side. I'm sort of at a middle of the road component about what I'm doing with the wrestling side versus the gaming side. Gaming's really starting to pick up now, so. But speaking of gaming, well, I guess it's gaming, wrestling, whatever. This Saturday will actually be my 5-year anniversary of streaming. I just found that out last month, so. Trying to figure out what we should be doing for this Saturday. Yeah, I still haven't completely figured it out yet. I was thinking of maybe doing a Shaq Fu 2 stream, just because everybody knows my affinity for Shaq Fu and how horrible Shaq Fu 1 was. I know 2's not like 1, but regardless, I actually have it. Or else I might go back and do some KI stuff. Either some KI, some Killer Instinct, some Street Fighter, maybe even some Sam Showdown. Thinking about maybe Dragon Ball Fighters, but I haven't really got into it a whole lot, so I don't want to put myself in a horrible position there for that. But yeah, Saturday we got the 5-year anniversary, and then Sunday we got the AEW Dynamite, AEW Revolution from Beercade YEG here in Edmonton. So that's going to be a fun time for us. And then I got the entire week off. I just got word of a few things coming up here. So got a few new projects that have approached me. So we're going to see how those go here. But yeah, life's going good. I hope life's going good for you. So what do you think of the Fightful report that Lesnar refused to wrestle Bray at Mania? How do I put this? By the way, hi Jay Quick, first of all. It wouldn't surprise me, number one. Number two, can you really blame him? Lesnar's not really the guy that really wants to put up with this spooky crap going on, right? Like the Bray Wyatt stuff just hasn't made sense. Like, I know a lot of stuff at AEW doesn't make sense, but eventually the wrestling just looks good. There just hasn't been enough wrestling to disguise how butt ugly that whole thing has been with Bray Wyatt. There's enough cryptic stuff there that it's almost like a WWE champion who doesn't have to wrestle for 2 months. Yes, I know that's kind of ironic dealing with Lesnar here, but at the same time, we got a situation here where Lesnar is going to want a big match, and I think honestly, I'll be blunt. I'll be straight up blunt right now, and this is the reason why I don't put over WWE a whole lot. I think Lesnar versus Omos is a Vince call. But as we get into Dynamite, hey, good to see you, Vic. And as we get started here real quick, I just like to make sure that I put over people that either follow or subscribe off stream. So
one more for the good guys.
Blue Jay 8879, thank you for the follow. Good to see everybody here. As we're firing up Dynamite here tonight. Like I said, this is pretty much the go-home show / pre-show of Revolution. And here's the funny part about this tonight. They're doing Orange Cassidy to open the show 2 weeks in a row. Hey, Darth, good to see you. Yeah, Revolution this weekend. Here's the funny thing. Well, the thing I'm worried about when it comes to MJF talking about, Dax talking about MJF is the fact that he was right. That's the worst part. Here's the other thing, guys, I want to ask you about right now. Just as I get to... Whoa. Shout at a cloud! Hot diggity dog, I knew you'd be here tonight with Riho in the lineup. How the hell are you doing, my friend? Hope you're doing well. I'm just typing up the predictions for the first match here. Someday I'll get quick at this. Trust me. Just not today. Eating a delicious sandwich, so it's good. A good day. Absolutely good to hear that. I like Big Bill's graphics. Real basic. A lot of New York City sky towers. That's actually a pretty good setup there. But yeah, I want to ask you guys in the chat about this because I was looking over this because we're, like I said, we're doing the preview show coming up after we're done here. What do you guys think of the fact there's only 7 matches on the card for a pay-per-view for AEW for the first time in forever? Yes, I understand one of those matches is for 1 hour, but from wherever, Wing, whatever, freshly squeezed Orange Cassidy. Big Bill screwing up the camera, so he wants to put it back the way it's supposed to here. But one thing I've seen tonight, like I'm going over this card, and even like, I know we got Jericho and Avalon, and if you guys checked out my TikTok today to advertising for the show, yes, I do use TikTok. Give this sign an up. Cool sign, whatevs. Yeah, okay. Put them away, buds. If you saw my TikTok, I advertised the fact that we got a Casino Battle Royale, a ladder match, and a Pretty Peter Avalon match. Big Bill should be a face and become a free agent and get a new manager. Maybe Adam Cole can manage. You know, I brought that up before. I'll give you the ring for that, but he's got the manager that he needs right now. I think Stokely's probably the best manager he could have. I do appreciate how Stokely's trying to get this firm put together, but it's more like I do appreciate that he's trying to get it put together like the Heenan family here. Oh, he's rolling straight out. Oh, it's brilliant. Mr. Yager, how the hell you doing tonight, my friend? Good to see you as well. Oh, so we've gone 5 minutes already, and neither one of these guys have touched yet. That's the first touch tonight. 5 minutes in. Have you noticed that Orange has actually started to try a little bit more this? By the way, big shout out to Orange Cassidy and from earlier today. Unfortunately, I love that side slam. Orange Cassidy earlier today lost the AEW Games Championship to the Chugs and Adam Cole. In a surprisingly close, they actually got into a draw on the first time that they faced each other, playing the older Halo games. And then today, they played Halo Infinite, and Cole was just a little bit too much. So Chugs is the current champion now, and I'd like to see what's going to happen here. And he's got to defend it every week now, so it's going to be interesting to see what they have with that there. If you haven't checked out the AEW games on Twitch, it's fun. You really want to see Adam Cole punch Chugs in the face? I don't know. Adam Cole's got those concussion issues. I don't want Chugs knocking him out and causing him more time off. I thought Adam Cole was supposed to wrestle tonight or even possibly on Sunday, but seems like the promo got screwed up back in January when he announced it at the forum that he was back. So they just announced it on I really want to see Adam Cole manage Big Bill. I just want to see him as tag partner. I love how the bell ringer's in like a parka and a toque at ringside. Did you guys just notice that? Stokely told her to help him with the table, and she just Granted, I think are they in the on the West Coast right now, where they've had that snowfall, which in Toronto probably would be enough to. Damn. All right, through the table. Cassidy ain't going to be lasting that much longer. Sorry, Icy Hot, you're not getting no free audio, or Epson, sorry. I keep forgetting Shaq's with the Epson Eco Tank now, which I shouldn't even be mentioning because they're getting free advertising on my channel. Jace, come talk to me. I'll put you over. That's fine. Did I mention something that Adam Cole has a new tag partner? It wouldn't surprise me if you had like Kyle O'Reilly come out and they get that fourth spot in the for the Casino Battle Royale. I would love to see it personally. Because we got, I would think you could go with Paige there, but he's got a death match with Moxley on Sunday, so that's out. Did I hear something being mentioned? No. Ugh. Andre, are you looking in a mirror again or what? Sorry, I'm just reading your comment there. It's like, all Adam Cole needs is a switchblade. You know, I'd love to see it. Makes me wonder because Well, thank you, Andre. I do appreciate it. When it comes to Switchblade coming to AEW, the only thing that's telling me that I should think that might happen is, you know, these reports that came out that said WWE is looking for a bigger signing than Jay White. It reminds me a lot. It reminds me a lot of what happens with the NHL trade deadline. When teams turn around and say, well, you know, there's a lot of faults with this guy. There's a lot of... We're not really looking for this guy. We're looking for somebody better than that guy. It's to try to drive down the value of said guy. And in this case, if WWE couldn't sign Jay White, then that would be the that would be sort of the trigger that they would mention something crazy like that. I would love to see Jay White in either promotion. Either way, ROH star. Here's a question for you, Chad. I'll just throw it out right now since Shout brought it up. How many of you have signed up for Honor Club for the ROH show starting tomorrow? I haven't, but I'm going to be. I know that when I talk to Astrid here coming up, you guys are going to see this on Saturday on YouTube. She was actually in at the tapings. She was one night of the taping she was present for. So she's got pictures. She got thoughts about it, and we're going to talk about it right off the top of the show coming up. You guys, like I said, you guys are going to see it on Saturday. So. Every time Orange tries to do something. Gonna sign up Friday and watch it on Friday? Good on you. I got an entire week free next week, so. How can you tell the difference with such a sloth like Orange Cassidy? You know, if he gets lazy. Oh, going back from your lunch break? Okay, enjoy the last half of your work session, sir. I can't wait to Rio to Hulk Hogan. Everybody enjoyed Surya and Tony. Nice. I wouldn't mind it, to be honest, if we could get some of the originals to join up with. The only thing that would really pop that faction right now is if Mercedes came out to join that, if you ask me. Anything that gets at Rio, yeah. I'd love to see Rio on TV more. Well, Cassidy got his break there. And now he got broken. This is not going to be pretty. I love that reversal. Oh, interesting. Are we going to get a count out? We never get countouts in AEW. What the hell? Not that I'm going to mind, but, you know. But this is how you get the orange punch in. Okay. This is actually really smart. Good way to switch the weight over. Up over the top. You got to love how things are going here. All right, how many times is he going to do this? 4 or 5? Always going to the top? You got to love that they're... You got to love how they gave this match a good 15 minutes to start the show. Like right now it's 16 after. Big Bill would have won if his tag team partner Large Larry was there. Absolutely. I'm just going to throw that last comment out there because... Yeah, anyway. Great victory by Orange Cassidy here. And oh, Moxley's pissed. Yes, you are a sick man. Was worried about the match. Didn't know if they could pull off a good match with that size difference. Oh, absolutely. Oh no, Mox said a bad word. Look at that pile of blood underneath Mox right now. That's the part that scares me at this moment. Won't somebody think of the children? I will warn you guys, just as I mentioned earlier, I got to regroup from something that happened earlier here. I don't have mods here, so if you make any comments that are, how do I put this, sexually motivated or racially motivated or anything like that, you got one time out and then bye-bye. No, I'm not fooling around on this stuff, guys. And I understand that with all this crap going on here with Moxley. I'm not a fan of it. Okay, Mox. All right, well... Hey, cameraman, follow me into the stairwell where I can yell and get crazy echoes. Hey, you know what? It's not bad. It's not dumb. It's a smart move if you could do it. So, yeah, look at this trios tag. I know we were all looking that it was coming, but I'm salivating at the chance to see this one because they look like they're just going to fit so well together. So are we just getting a promo segment with these guys or what? Oh, yeah, here we go. All right. Brawl to start. Let's not even kid ourselves. Let's just... No promo, no nothing. Let's go. So the light's going to come back on and Yep, that's what I thought. Could you... I really do hope the House of Black win it. Just for the fact that, they're off the Bucks and whatnot. That also could say a lot towards what's going to happen with... There has been a lot of chatter, and that's what I was about to get to here. I'm like, it almost seems interesting that all this talk about... Well, it was a bit of a muggy, but yeah, Julia Hart was there too. She does have the power to kill every... Wow. The Bucks are moving a lot quicker and felt a lot better there with that timing. Oh, production issues. Joe on commentary. This should be amazing. I'll give you that. That's all I'll give you for that one shout. But there has been a lot of talk about Omega's contract running out. But the other part of the rumor is Tony Khan possibly could have added on time to his contract, which could have been up to 9 months due to the injury. That's just a standard clause in most of it here. The King of Television, absolutely. Both in front of the camera and behind. And HPC Vic, like I said, great to see you here. Eddie Kingston is gold. We talked about this during the pre-show. We had Eddie Kingston come out and say, I don't know if I'm going to come to Sacramento or San Francisco, wherever this is tonight. And everybody's wondering, well, is there really a rift? Is there really... No, it's constantly because he's playing up the fact he can't go up. He hates ladders. He hates going up ladders. He's proven that before. And to me, that's just like the absolute perfect thing right now. Rumor has that TK can also extend to cover up suspension. Very well. It very well could be both those things. We could see... Here's the fun part, guys. When we're talking about contracts... Since AEW is a private company, they don't have to tell us. They don't have to tell us anything. So, the only way we're going to find it is if they want to tell us. Why would Omega leave now? If he wanted to go to WWE, why even come back from the Brawl Out suspension? There is a possibility he might have had to fulfill his contract, or they could have just kept rolling it over, right? That's what I would say. In terms of why would Omega leave, I'd be very paranoid right now. I'm not saying don't do it, but I'm saying you should keep an eye open because, well, I know I watch bits and pieces of Raw, and I also watch the WrestleFest or the Wrestle Talk streams about it, the podcast and the highlights. It appears that there might be more and more inclusion of a certain ex-owner of a company, ex-chairman back in the creative control area there. And just watching a lot of the segments on Raw, like I just pieced them up, it does appear that there is more original booking going on, for lack of a better term. Yeah, shout, you make it easy. There's also the possibility he likes wrestling. I like wrestling. Oh, wrong one. I like wrestling. I am under contract. I should wrestle. He will secure the... Yeah, look. If Vince throws a dump truck of money at him, or Paul or whoever wants to throw money at him, whoever throws money at him will get the opportunity to... I still love how they're fighting for a donut. the fact that the winner of this match, they should call it the Tim Horton Special if they do it in Canada. I'm giving myself a rim shot for that one. The only difference is you'd have to paint it black, maybe put some sprinkles on it, all that stuff. Let's go, Commander! I'll be honest, I haven't seen him. Oh, and here we go. Ortiz and Kingston just... Yeah, no, we're going to fight on the outside and see what happens. Makes me wonder what will happen with Cody. I don't think there's much of a hype there. They killed it with the Sammy line. Jagger, I like that one. The Sonic the Hedgehog Invitational. I will give you a point on that one as well. I have faith Kothe would get the Cloud in the match pretty quick. You know what? We got a month. And that's one thing that we... Oh, hell, this is the easy way to do it. I got Knuckles in this one. Sorry, I don't have any Sonic sounds in the old sound chamber here. But I think the new one that definitely applies to this matchup here right now. I'll make sure we get a nice spot in it before we throw that one out. Sonic is overrated anyways. Ooh. Almost tempted to think about doing Sonic for my 5-year stream on Saturday after saying that. For you guys here, is there anything you guys would want to see as part of my 5th anniversary celebration on Saturday? Since we got a plethora of people in here, it's been... This Saturday will be 5 years since I've started streaming, so... We're celebrating it, one, by having a YouTube video up that day of the AEW Revolution pre-show. I don't do it a whole lot. Yeah, Shout, I know it's weird. I used to stream wrestling matches early. That's the thing a lot of people don't realize. I actually put up, like when I was working with MPW, I would put a lot of their matches up on streams. Sort of like the way Wrestle Circus did, because that's the guys that got me into streaming in terms of doing wrestling matches on here. Oh, nice. New indie promotion. You want to put it over there, Darth Mick? Feel free to put the name over if you can. We'll see if we can hunt it out here. In the spirit of Sonic, the camera placement will be as good as the enemy placement. I give you that. If we sleep on him, Dr. Robotnik will slip in and snatch the... Let's not talk about them snatching things. WCW Backstage Assault. I wish I had it. And that actually throws into my goal here for the next... it's going to be up for the next few months, I think, in a tiered sense. They're actually giving Callis storyline work here. Holy crap. So they might actually go Takeshka and Callis, which actually would make a lot of sense. If you guys aren't super following along with what happened there, Don Callis actually caught Takeshita's match at PWG the last time he was there. As we get into the obligatory everybody jump off the top rope spots. Knew we had to get those in there somewhere, right? What? Commander, what are you doing? Oh, God. This is going to be nuts. Jesus! Sorry, this one deserves it. Jesus. We need to see more of him in here, right? Mid-Atlantic Territory Wrestling. Okay. Shout out to being out down in the east side of the world here, east side of North America. Give me Commander and Vikingo any day. It's one thing I've always said. If you're a fan of wrestling and you don't, Shout's got a good question for you. If you have any socials for them, feel free to throw them in the chat. Let's get them some likes. Let's get them some exposure. I know Shout watches a lot of indie wrestling all over the place. So yeah, if you got anything, feel free to help promote it out. I'm more than willing to put out good people and good things. And Darth Mick, you've always been nothing but a super special guy. Along with, I'd say, a good 90-95% of people that are here. Not bad. Only one timeout so far this month. Oh, yeah, it's the first. You watch pro wrestling. You know, there is, like I was saying, if you're a fan of wrestling, there is some wrestling out there for you to enjoy. I was a huge fan of WWE across, and I'm a huge fan of a lot of the WWE wrestlers. And I'm a fan of a lot of wrestlers, like regardless of your promotion. And we were just 2 weeks away from AEW in Winnipeg. And Shout, I don't know if you heard, but there are rumors that at the Winnipeg show, they're actually going to announce that AEW is going to be coming to Calgary in either June or July. So probably the Owen Hart tournament. They usually ran that around Double or Nothing, which is the end of May. They might just extend it a few more weeks and have the finals actually in Calgary like they should be. So Calgary, Alberta, Canada. Absolutely. And shout out to Lance Storm, too. Like, the reason I got to give a shout out to Lance Storm is just the fact that Impact is on such a roll. No Surrender last week. Absolutely killed it. Was a great show. You're going to see Miyu Yamashita over AEW Winnipeg. Okay. Like we said, there is so much good wrestling all over the place. Like, it's hard to pick. Like, I know myself. The fact, hey, Mel, how you doing here tonight? Good to see you here. We're just, oh, God, let's go. Another spot. That is absolutely nuts. My friend Preston Quaid has been wrestling for about 20 plus years. Tag partnered with CW Anderson. All right. And trained by Pat Anderson, who was trained by Ivan Koloff. Okay. That's great to hear, Darth Mick. But yeah, even if you come in next week and you got any socials for us, feel free to put them over. I don't mind one bit. Yeah, I would like to send a little spot, like even while we're doing commercials here, if any indies want to put themselves over. Jesus! All right. So, actually, Andretti might have broke his leg. Guevara, I think, pretty much hit his head. Oh, God. Mel, if you're watching Dynamite right now, this is the perfect time to pop in if you're an action fan. Like, there's just nothing but crazy stuff going on right now. All right, Commander, get up there and get that damn ring already if you want to get it. If not, Takeshita, take it. That's fine. Yep, referees, get in there and hold that damn ladder. I don't care. Jesus! What in the flying fudge was that? Takeshita with a blue thunder bomb off the top of the ladder. My God. This is nuts. Oh, no way. That was... Can you imagine they just over-rotated on that too? This is absolutely insane. Like every... Well, Garcia's out here just to ruin everything. Probably trying to make sure Guevara wins it, but... This is where I think the JS is... Yeah, exactly. And I don't know how Andretti's legs aren't broken. I don't know how Sammy isn't concussed. Well, he probably is, just doesn't even know what he's doing. Well, I'm just wondering how much he has for testicular fortitude, because he also crotched himself on that ladder. This crowd was so ready for Kansuke, yeah. They ain't show a replay of Sammy's spot yet, yeah. Like, it was a botched spot, so you know you're not gonna get too much of a replay on that. Oh God, here we go, the Hardy spot. Yep. Shout out to Jeff Hardy with that swanton off the top of the ladder. His back's wrenched and you're throwing him in the ring. What are you going to do? Carry him up there? Why is it every ladder match that AEW has to have something funky like this? Well, they're off. Garcia, you put it in the wrong spot, you dummy. Takeshita gets rid of Garcia. There's their knee. That's the spot they wanted, and now... Seriously, these dudes are just going all out. Wrong pay-per-view. Hello, Hobbs! Yeah, screwed up the ladder, too. Got to bring a referee to hold the ladder after that. Hobbs didn't have any... He's on the top rung of the ladder. You're not supposed to be on the top rung of the ladder. It says right on it, do not step. That is a safety hazard, sir. Somebody, get an attorney. That is a workplace safety hazard right there. Sorry, I had to. But in all seriousness, this is how you get a OSHA. Yeah, absolutely. There's a videotape of it so everybody sees this. And I think, you know, as much as I'm appalled at some lack of concern for safety, But the fact that there's a murdered ladder to go with it, that's the fun part. Oh. Now we're going to run it back. Yes, I know that's a kid. Joe, get that headset off. That was a great opponent right there. So you notice when Hobbs comes up, the rent-a-cops don't show up. But once Wardlow shows up, every rent-a-cop in the building's around. I love Hobbs. I love Hobbs' reaction to this. Well, somebody's going through a table. No, he's going into 4 other guys who probably hit their head on that light down there. Well, that's going to be a hell of a match coming up tomorrow. Or, sorry, Sunday. Sunday at the pay-per-view. We're going to get Joe versus Wardlow in a serious... Wardlow's World has a longer running feud than the Cody versus the Jericho verse? Yeah. I think the biggest winner from all this is Andretti being able to walk, yeah. Danhausen and Orange Cassidy in the Battle Royale, that ain't going to last long. All right. This might be the upset of the decade coming up here, folks. Oh, let me... sorry, my bad, guys. I didn't get this... I thought I got the money out for the predictions already. But I got to get the other predictions started here right now. Oh, so they are in the Cow Palace. Okay, that's what I thought. Yeah, I didn't realize we're getting a commercial break here, but and just because we saw what happened with Axe and Andretti in this match, I'm not going to get fooled this time. Let's get 20 minutes on the clock. Anytime it's Jericho, we should have a prediction up for it. The one thing I'm glad about when it comes to Jericho here coming up at the pay-per-view on Sunday, him and Ricky Starks, there's technically no JAS out there. I got a sneaky feeling there's going to be somebody else out there after. I don't know who, but maybe we'll get a debut or something through this, but... I think it should be an okay match. I was really disappointed with the last one between Jericho and Danielson when there was supposed to be no interference and all that stuff. There ended up being, and then just ended up being stupid. But I think we might be able to get a good match out of this. But while I got one of the two in the chat here today, just want to give a big shout out here to Melball as well as Astrid Pizarro. It is Women's Appreciation Month here, Women's History Month, announced worldwide, and they are two very prominent members here of the Backbreaker media family here. Sorry, I'm not great at getting the visual Instagram posts and all that stuff. I am working on it, but to see the work that they've done here over the last year and just hearing some of the results that are coming out and some of the stuff that's going to be coming up as well, because I know there's some new stuff coming up as well. The sky's the limit for both of them, and I love the fact that we get an opportunity here to promote women's wrestling in two cases here. The Stardom Wrestling showcase here with Mel and Andre, as well as the ladies wrestling showcase with Astrid and Mel. Replays come up here on the Backbreaker Video YouTube channel, which if you haven't subscribed yet, please do. This week we got 5 videos up there. There will be 7 by the time we're done this week. So from reviews of shows to New Japan to Stardom to Impact Wrestling. There you go, Shout. Exactly. Astrid Bell, 2 of your favorite creators. I like people with fiery personalities. And I like people that have passion for their work. And both of them have that in spades. So shout out to both of you. I am going to create something here in the next week here. I'm sorry. Everybody else gets on this stuff on the first and has it ready to go. In the next few weeks, you guys are going to understand why I'm a little behind on a few of these things. So just bear with. Stupid meetings and stupid stuff coming on here. Just been nuts here. How is Peter Avalon getting any offense here? Besides the fact it's Jericho. Like, if you guys don't remember the history of Peter Avalon in AEW, what if Jericho just tried to get a cheap feel, or was he trying to hug, or just trying to hide? Like, Avalon was setting up to have the record of the longest losing streak in AEW history. And I think he still does have that. Oh, Astrid, speak of the devil and she shall appear. Not literally the devil, of course. Avalon almost missed that, Dad. I was just talking about you there, Astrid, you and Mel. I don't want to put you over too many times here. You guys get too big of a head. Yeah, well, now we got to behave, unfortunately. So let's just... We'll magically clean up this stream here now. Peter Avalon is the Norman Smiley of AEW, which I... My God, that sell the code breaker. Jesus. Jesus, that sell. Like, that is Rock selling the stunner levels of Astrid, just remember the devil is always the most enticing. Riho would have killed Jericho, yeah. So wait, isn't Floyd part of the JAS as well? Because if Floyd's part of the JAS, he won't be out. That's the Scott Hall sell the stunner. Yeah, there you go. And of course, here comes Jericho with a mic, because, you know, he's got to have a mic sometime here. We were just talking about... Oh, they're just doing the generic promo here. Astrid, I was just putting over Women's History Month and just talking about you and Mel and how important you guys are to the Backbreaker media family. So now Starks is going to get beaten down, so he'll have some kind of bandage going into the next match. Jake Hager with that MMA slam. I love the fact that he uses that. Like the amateur slam rather than a regular power slam. Garcia with the rock bottom. Because he's a sports entertainer now. So yeah, just remember everybody here. Well, we got a second here. As Starks is getting knocked out as always. Typical setup of a pay-per-view. Just while we got a second here, just a reminder that coming up this Saturday on the Backbreaker YouTube page for the wrestling YouTube page, Astrid and I are going to be chatting about the AEW Revolution pay-per-view, as well as I'm going to be quizzing her a little bit here about her experience at the ROH tapings that were just last week. She had the opportunity to check out one night of the show there. And it will be pre-taped. Like I said, we're taping it tonight. Can we just acknowledge that Hager is rocking the hat? Absolutely. It's been what, 6 months? Yeah, it's got to be at least 6 months, if not more. Time has been so weird lately. Like I still can't believe it's March 1st today. Like the third month of the year. It feels like, and like you were saying, Shell, like it's been 5 years streaming for me. Like these numbers are just so crunched. And it's your birthday month too, Astrid, so let's get that out there too. Blame the CERN Super Collider. I'll give you that. I blame a lot of everything here. Oh, this is going to be an interesting. 2023 is blazing by. 2022 was relatively slow. Yeah, like I think once things started, like let's face it, the beginning of 2022, things were starting to move, but not at the pace that we're used to. Because, well, let's face it, things really didn't open up here in Alberta till I think fully until March, April, somewhere in there. God, that's going to be that death match is going to be one of those where I might be playing Street Fighter 3 at Beercade, to be perfectly honest with you. Well, the year is still young. Don't forget, we've had balloons and UFOs already. Well, love Hangman. I do too. I love the entire long-term story here of what Hangman's doing. It's just this match might be a lot of islands here. All right, we got CLB on our screen. He will officially forever be known to me as CLB. Creepy little bastard. Jericho penned that, and it's going to stay. So Mr. Jin, as you so like to call it there. So what offensive term is he going to go with here with Jungle Boy? I will say that is definitely a gold star of their Christian's theme. That was one of the things TNA trademarked? Jesus. That makes sense, yeah. Well, we're looking at a funeral coming, folks. So, I think the closest that Christian's ever going to get to it. He even fumbled over his own words. I love Renee's reaction there to that. She's like, "You're not a real man." Oh God, it's a generation fight now. Oh. Hey, he mentioned video game. We got a video game mentioned in this show. I played Sonic the Hedgehog, not this fancy VR garbage, Jack. Oh, here's match number 8. Whoa. Think you could pull off Renee's look? Can we get it for the anniversary stream? No. Those flashy green pants? I don't think so. I actually, during streams, I typically wear merch from my merch store, which you can check out right there at the link. Got some brand new jogging pants on there. I got new t-shirts. No way. They're actually going to do it. They're actually going to bring out the Buried Alive match. Could they seriously, are they actually considering this? It looks like we're getting... I knew we were going to get an extra match added. I just didn't think... We're going to have to wait for another half hour here to figure this out, because I'm sure they'll bring it up as we go along here. But yeah, it looks like they're adding that. Jack Perry, the new dead man. I wish I had a gong here. Look but you can't touch. Is that a Nikki Bella reference? You're a dad dead? Your dad dead, yeah. All right. Our second title match of the evening. Could Jungle Boy be buried and come back with a new gimmick? You know what? That actually wouldn't be half bad, to be perfectly honest with you. FTW Championship coming up now. I am getting better at this, guys. Honest. All right, predictions on the board. Hookers unite. Let's go. It very well could be a case of having Jungle Boy being buried, even though they're not really using Jungle Boy that much anymore. How can they have an FTW belt match if the whole idea behind the FTW belt that it isn't recognized? That was an ECW thing. They have recognized the championship here in AEW. I love this. Matt is not going to go move for move with Hook. And this is just going to be some... I hope this is some way they can finally find a way to split up. Mark Quinn, I do believe, is injured right now. I think it was one of those crazy ladder matches or whatever they were in. So maybe I missed it on the old socials. Did they ever get that lawsuit settled up with Stokely and Hook here? Because according to because apparently that broken hand is due to Hook. Even though it's probably in 100% shape right now. Sorry, just quickly checking the socials there for a second. This is the most trouble I've seen Hook in a match, period. Correct me if I'm wrong here, but every time we see Hook out here, he's just usually dominating and that's it. And even then, it hasn't been that bad here. Wow. Body shots, headbutts. Yeah, this definitely is a lot more back and forth. I could just imagine this being the respect thing from Hook to Matt. Ha! All right. I love how Hardy slips on that just because of what happens there. With the grabbing and the standing of the feet. Once he loses the grip. And I love the fact that Taz is up on the stage there. He's trying to be impartial here, but he really doesn't feel... Oh, there's the reversal. And the judo throw, and right, here we go. This can't go much longer, I think. Just trying to think what we would have as a... The Casino Battle Royale must be the main event, and if that's the case... All right, chat, I'll call this right now for you guys. Who do you think is going to be the Joker team in there? Like I said, I think FTR is going to be the... If you're going to have FTR back, that's the one that's going to do it. Wow. Hook actually kicked out at two and a half. Big Bill and Adam Cole. Who's going to give you that? And an instant tap. Wow. Like, that wasn't even a full round tap. That was as soon as... Wait, did I hear that right? Ah, Matt. Oh, I love the House of Black so much. And Julia just fits this role so perfectly now. Uh-oh, Shadow the Cloud. Hold on to your butts. We know what's coming now. And they're ahead of time right now. Toni Storm and Riho. All right, give this 20 minutes to fly, and we're on our way here. Julia versus Riho, main event at Revolution. I would not argue with that. I think we've all agreed for a very long time that there deserves to be more women on the AEW card. I don't know what's going to fix it. I don't know what's going to happen with it, but maybe these ROH tapings will help out a little bit with that. Riho wins and makes it a triple threat Iron Man match at Revolution. Nice. I like that thinking shout. Might as well go for the I was going to say the real championship, but the secondary title. Because Jamie Hayter's got the main title, right? But I will have to say this. This Mean Girls gimmick, it needs to progress at Revolution one way or the other. I know we'll discuss it during our preview show, but at the same time, we need a point where either Soho turns on Hayter and Soho gets the title somehow. Soho could very well be a Sami Zayn point right now. We need a point in the storyline, yeah. Like, there's plot points as we go along. It's good. I'm good with you ending that sentence there. No, this whole Mean Girls setup here for Saraya and Toni Storm, I think it could go somewhere. It just needs to go somewhere. Like, it needs to advance. It really needs to... I really hope this outsider storyline progresses into more alliances and the eventual blood and guts match. That's the rumor, that they're actually going to have the women do the blood and guts match this year instead of the men, which would be a big step up here for the women's division. And if we could get that, like, think of the people we could get in there. We got Athena down in ROH. We got Willow Nightingale can bring in there. Jade absolutely will be part of the originals. Put TJ with Saraya and Toni. Yeah, absolutely. Like, the stuff writes itself. And here comes Riho. And I find it funny that so many people... Oh, there you go. Shout, you got to find that guy who just put that sign up there. It felt like Saraya turned heel overnight after her debut and no one noticed. Maybe she could have done a little more to establish her heellessness. Absolutely. Like, they fumbled that whole thing right out of the gate. Like, you get that first initial pop, and then I think she wanted to come back as a face, and then that first promo that she did, it just... She was supposed to be treated as a face against Britt Baker, but everything she said basically created her as a heel in a hurry, and I don't think she even noticed. Maybe it's the fact that Saraya isn't as good as people think she is. I don't think anybody be as good as they think they were with that kind of layoff that she had. And the fact that she was the top star in another era. Like, we really don't know what Saraya is truly capable of here. She was the best in the bad era of women's wrestling in WWE. Exactly. Like, but here's the other thing, Shout. I'll counter this with another argument. She was never pushed. When you're the best and you don't get pushed, then it ends up being a bit of a disappointing spot, right? Because you don't get to see the full potential unless you want it. And let's face it, just the way her whole attitude was from, and you could see that as evident. A very nice offense there by Riho. Nice double stomp there. But she had a lot of growing up to do. And I think that's happened here. And once she starts wrestling a little more regularly, we'll be able to see a little bit more about what she's really capable of. But even look... But even watching Riho being as solid control as she is right now. Hey, Parrish, good to see you here tonight, sir. Oh, here comes Hip Attack 1. Ow! That was some serious whiplash there. And there's another return of whiplash there on the knee. That her jaw might be shattered on that, and I'm not kidding on that one. I would love to see Riho win this just to make it a four-way then. I love that Baker actually came out in some recent interviews and just basically said, I'm paraphrasing, don't get me wrong here, but Baker's basically turned into that Taker role on TV where she really doesn't need the championship right now. I just want Riho to win, so maybe we get more Riho on TV, in 5 weeks from now. Like I said, now with the ROH taping starting now and we're getting some more regulars, that'll be more so on that show versus on the AEW main shows. It's going to be put up or shut up time for a lot of this roster. And for Tony Khan in particular, to see how the booking goes. Of course she doesn't. She had it for a year. Absolutely. Like, I get it. Like, Baker... I think Baker's just... It feels odd seeing Britt as a face. The thing is with her... With Britt, she just feels so easy as a heel there, right? Same thing with Adam Cole. Like, you're just so used to seeing him as a heel. It's so easy, right? Yeah, Roman will be in that position after Mania. I don't know. Actually, that makes a lot of sense. We could have a bit of a Mania. Might have to talk about those Mania scenarios here, but... Britt to this point, well, before she got into AEW, she was predominantly a face with Chelsea Green as a tag team. Because they were known as Fire and Nice, I believe, was the exact team name of those two when they worked together. So, it'll be interesting to see where the other thing about Britt right now is the fact that they she gets an opportunity to heal herself up right now. Like, this is the way where you get, without having an off season, you have an off season, or you have a lighter schedule in terms of being in the ring like this. After you see Chugs on Uno, Adam Cole as a heel is also weird. Touche. Like, and we also have to remember he is now the AEW Games World Champion. Just won that title earlier today in a match against Orange Cassidy. So he's got another championship to work with. By the way, I'm going to throw... That's why I want Cole to punch him in his Chugs hole. Oh, yeah, okay. That makes sense. That makes total sense, Vic. By the way, I am calling this now, and I will make this... I'll give you a little preview of my prediction of the night. Sunday, at the pay-per-view, we get a release date for AEW Fight Forever during the pay-per-view. And that release date will be March 30th. Very nice. Escape the hip attack. I like it. And a Games World Champion? Absolutely. Was on their Twitch channel earlier today. They got a big title for it and everything. No extra points for that? I'm going to blow the whistle on you for that. Jeez, Astrid. No, it's nice to see how much they're actually giving Riho here in this match. Oh. She hit the shoulder. Oh, nice. Very nice. Tony Khan probably thinks the 7-sided ring is a good idea too. Might be right about her jaw. Her face looks a little... Yeah, like... That knee by Saraya did look like it was a little stiffer than it really was meant to be, right? Well, this is it. Oh, no. They're not giving her that move. Cool. Toni Storm looking for the Storms here. Oh, nice. Little kick to the back of the head first. Holy hair mare. And the shotgun drop kick into the corner there. Oh, here we go. That's it. What? Okay. I like this. I like the kick out. You miss Rebel? Yeah. Toni Storm makes a beer. It should be called A Storm is Brewing. Hold on. Britt comes out for the interspirit. Ah, that girl. There's your win. There's your win. Riho doesn't get her magic here, but Riho gets the victory. Oh, and here we go. Cat fight! Shout out to Joey Styles once. And once again, Ruby has to hit that buzzer to, set off her music as she's running out. I swear, that has to be what it is. We were talking about this before. It's almost like you have to hit a buzzer before you come through the curtain out in the back, so it automatically plays your music. I love that Ruby just decided to hit everybody, so. Personally, if I was both of them, I'd be attacking Jamie first because, the champion is probably the bigger issue. Let's just randomly throw one person's music out. Ah, she was last. Let's throw that out. Are we going to the promo or no? – 4-1 Oilers. Okay. Is this the last tag team? No, they're bringing up the Rampage match for Friday. Which, honestly, if you're going to have a Rampage match, this actually is a pretty good tag match. He has all three in the first. Okay, so he has 3 out of the 4 points. Either way. Getting a tooth removed sucks. Also, when it's the casino gauntlet for tag teams, they're just going to do they're going to go straight to Royal Rumble moves. Sorry, Dr. Wario. Yeah, the Oilers do have to win once in a while against the Leafs. Let me summon Jupe. He had a tooth removed too. What's with everybody removing teeth? I'd like to add some to my face. Oh. But yeah, I hope you guys feel okay. Jupiter, even though he's not here, and also Parrish. I want to buy grills. Fine, just wish I ate before. Hey, that's what smoothies are for, my friend. I'm supposed to be getting into those a little bit more. But I just, I haven't got into them the way that I really should be. But either way. As we are getting closer here to the finale, because they're going to finish up on the Danielson MJF segment. I guarantee you that. Just pounded out a tub of yogurt in 10 minutes. I'll give you a goal horn for that. But yeah, I haven't had to get a tooth pulled. I've had teeth fall out. So I can't really say I've dealt with it the way that you guys have, but yeah, it's pretty rough right now when it comes to get. At least, you know, that's a mandatory pain that you got to deal with. It's almost like when I was talking with people, so a couple of people who were planning on getting some tattoos, and I just like, I cannot fathom myself getting a tattoo. Wish I had a dentist from Pittsburgh. It's funny now how much Britt has to actually screen her clients before they bring them into her dental office, because if they're just wrestling fans, is that where Isaac Yankum's from? No, I think Isaac's from Tennessee, actually. But it's interesting that they're not bringing out anybody during the commercial break. Surprised they haven't done that yet on this episode here. So, Mayor of Knoxville. No. Dude, Isaac Yankum's the dentist. It's one of those multi things, right? Should have picked her as your dentist, Astrid. Absolutely. Well, her office is in Orlando. That's right. All right. I love this regular intervals. At least they're not even hiding it. Okay. LFI go. Man, Preston looks weird. They love him as mayor. Well, that's that part of the country. You gotta cater to the taste of the people at Jupe. We heard you're in tooth pain. You and Parrish are the tooth twins today. People that have pulled teeth and whatnot. If she would just say it's a root canal, baby, I'd be so excited for an oral exam. I'll just leave that there. Oh, here we go. Roosh and Claudio. I want to see this. You had a tooth pulled yesterday. Parrish had one done today. Absolutely nuts, you guys. Jeez. Look at these two going at it. All right, we got a little less of a break now to the next team. All right, here we go. So now we've gone from LFI. Now we got the Lucha Brothers, which this crowd is absolutely over for here. Like between, well, I don't know how much you want to represent George Kittle, you know, after what happened in the playoffs, but Kittle did everything he could, but The Lucha Bros just trying to figure out who they're going to take on there. Jesus. What do you mean he was known? He still is. They still do have big time wrestling out there. So once again, I want to ask you guys in the chat, how many of you have signed up? I know there's a couple that have said they have already. I heard the opening match of the opening show is going to be Mark Briscoe versus Slim J, so that should be fun. Signed up for Honor Club for the new ROH that's going to be debuting tomorrow at 5 o'clock our time. Sorry, Jupe, I sort of skipped a very important point there. Yeah, and Astrid, you can confirm you were at the first taping, but debating, but I want to see if I can spot myself in the crowd. I'm probably gonna. I might sign up either this weekend or early next week. One of the. Yeah, Astrid was there for one of the nights, and once again, I'm gonna make a cheap plug for it. This Saturday on the YouTube channel, we are going to have our AEW Revolution preview show sponsored by Beercade YEG. Astrid and I are going to be talking about the show. We're actually going to be recording it right after we're done here. It's going to be taped and just put up on YouTube on Saturday. I will ask her how... Oh, here comes Aussie Open. I'm going to ask her what being at the ROH tapings was like and the feel and the vibe and everything. The Aussies are definitely getting their money's worth for this trip over to the States. Number one ROH superstar Astrid. I'll give it. That deserves that. Yeah, that's the big thing. Where's the paycheck that goes with it? I'm sure TK's got money for that. But I will say this, there is currency for, there's many different forms of currency when it comes to stuff like that, so. Here's the other thing. I don't know if we're actually going to get it on our TV. No, we aren't. Isn't tonight supposed to be the debut of AEW All Access? So we aren't getting that in Canada directly, but we might get it later on. So yeah, Jupe, aren't you going to see Minoru in Vancouver coming up? Oh, and there goes Dark Order. They finally got rid of a team out of this. Went online to buy you a shirt to surprise you for Vancouver. She has no shirt. See, that's, shout. I don't know, if wrestler doesn't have a shirt available online, like seriously, what's going on here? Internationally renowned superstar? You might actually have to spray paint your own shirt. Maybe screen print one for yourself. I see March, but no specific date. Oh. Thought it was the week after Revolution. All right, well, maybe. I just assume that it's coming up next week. And it makes sense that way, right? Because right now you just want to focus on everything onto the pay-per-view, and then once the pay-per-view is done, and we got 3 months to line everything up all the way to Double or Nothing. 2.0 going to finally get into the action here. They were involved in that gauntlet match. I wonder how long... Live crowds always count down too fast. Well, you're getting the international feed, Jagger, if you're hearing them, because right now I have a Guinness commercial on my TV, getting ready for St. Paddy's Day here in a couple weeks. Or as I call it, happy... Man, that's not a goose egg. That's a golf ball, Jupe. Hope you're feeling okay. Thought a goose egg would be a lot larger. But, yeah, it's tough what everybody's going through. There's so many things going on right now. It's absolutely nuts for everybody, I think. Well, that was right after you pulled it. So Daddy Magic, Cool Hand Luke just came out on your feed. They've been out for a good minute and a half for me, Jaggers. So sorry, I'm a little bit ahead of you here right now. I'll try and help time this up for you a little bit right now. Unfortunately, you're getting spoilers in the future. The next countdown after that is up right now. I thought we were friends. Now we got Top Flight just come out right now, so... Yeah, I was going to say, they won the Trios Battle Royale right before Christmas, so they are somewhat of a favorite in these kind of matches, but... Now, here's the thing that's going to surprise me here. Are they going to get... I don't think if we're going to get a surprise team like an FTR or something, it's going to get the same pop because... Cool Ang. I love Taz. Taz's English is still great. Ever since 2001. Oh, here we go. Love the outfit on Maria tonight. Screaming Sindel vibes on that. Forgot the Kingdom existed. You know, they had a couple shots on Dark, and yeah, they had the ROH, of course. Ashton love watching them live. Yeah, like we've had. I've actually Matt Taven has got my favorite spot of all time at an indie show, with a mic and telling off a commentator. Yeah, I didn't know this words would come out of my mouth a whole lot, but he ended up telling off Andre Corbeil at an RCW show because he called the Climax the 1%er on his commentary outside the ring. And he literally grabbed the mic and told him off for a good 5 minutes, and I'm just sitting there with my arms just trying to get the extra hype and everything for it. Yeah, Corbeil didn't work too many matches after that night. If you don't know Andre Corbeil, just consider yourself lucky. And if anybody wants to know that story, I'll explain it later. What in the world? I hate Corbeil, but it seems a bit of an overreaction. Not when he's in front of the... When you're doing commentary literally at ringside in front of fans who can't watch the match because you're standing on the ring apron. I totally respect Taven for what he did. I'm still traumatized from Jupe and my Andre story. Nice. Then he offered me a job. Then Emmett and Corbeil offered me a job. I went with neither of them because I knew I wouldn't get paid. Nice. Completely understand that shout. So Roosh gets rid of... Roosh is still in, barely. Oh, here we go. Uh-oh. Well, Roosh is out. Yeah, I was going to say, you're sending a date to me? I'm not even prepared. I don't even have a nice suit. Oh, this will be a good visual for the future here. Watching Ozzy open in Top Flight. That's like the... Oh, here goes Ozzy's. Nope. So I wonder if they're going to give Lucha Brothers that last spot after what... Oh, here we go. Oh, this ain't good. Sorry, just got caught up here in what Top Flight's doing. Oh. Bye, Dante. Bye, Darius. It's funny how they're eliminating tag teams so quickly together. And here comes Danhausen and Orange Cassidy, who... Could you imagine Orange wins this and he's just completely pissed off about it? Andrew's under the ring skirt. Yeah, that doesn't surprise me where he'd be hiding there. Oh, and Parrish, I believe it's 6-1 if I do see so correctly here according to my app. Great. Oh, it got taken away? Okay. Glad to see they're still fighting for the overrule on certain goals there. They forgot to put the countdown up. That's nice. And I think you guys are right from last week. Oh, call for interference to the puck. Okay. I'm not watching. Oh, what is Maria doing? Maria gets hit by both of them. That's not good. Oh, the Kingdom's out. And Ozzy Open's out. It is really weird. Like, I'm sorry, but that look on the Butcher, like, I appreciate the different look, but it just looks weird. He looks like he's out of Out of a ninja movie? Let's put in Street Fighter terms. He looks like Ryu on steroids. Orange Cassidy sneaks Yuta out. Nice. Ryu and Zangief's love baby. I'll give you that one. And Claudio's out. No, they're not. I cannot see Danhausen and Orange Cassidy being in that four-way. Are you sure? Let's go, Danhausen. Absolutely. Double head scissors. Stunner. Jesus. I love that lariat. Oh, he hooked his leg so he'd stay up. That was inventive. Really? Let's go. Orange Cassidy and Danhausen as your fourth team. Like, what the hell? Oh, it's interesting tonight, Crowder. Good to see you too, by the way. We just found out that Orange Cassidy and Danhausen are going to be challenging for the Tag Team Championships. Earlier tonight, we think... Well, Riho won. That was the best episode of the year. I'll give you that. See, once again, they had to hit that buzzer coming out, so they could play their music. You have like 21 new players playing tonight. It'll take a few games to get going. But yeah, that's true with the Leafs. We also got the announcement of maybe a Buried Alive match between Jungle Boy and Creepy Little Bastard. I will say this. I love the fact that this segment's on the end of the show tonight. For the mere fact they can't go over time. Because they go over time, they go off the air. Which is fine by me. Because frankly, these pay-per-views or these promos have just been dragging and dragging. Especially with MJF. Like, everything he does is, like, don't get me wrong, MJF's a great promo. He just needs to know when to end. Cut it off at a certain point, you know. They actually use Willie Riggs footage. Very nice, Pettis. Very nice. Good to see the Oilers are doing what they need to do. They're getting the Leafs ready for what they're going to be doing in the first round of the playoffs. Just getting them ready. But it's going to be weird. Like right now, it looks like we have 7, maybe 8 matches on the card, which is about 7 less than what we're used to for It's about 7 matches shorter than what he normally has on a pay-per-view. So maybe there won't be as much fatigue this time around. Edmonton has a first round here, so it makes sense. Leafs can't get past us. Shout out to First Round Sports Bar downtown in West End. I will sponsor them because eventually, maybe I'll get a free meal out of it, but that's okay. With Vince doing what he does in WWE, does Regal come back to AEW? I'll be frank. I know I'm Mike, but I'll be frank at this point. Home of the Sounds of Struggle podcast. Let's see if we get that revived up again. But now we just make it a video podcast so you guys use your recorder in the car. My opinion when it comes to William Regal, if Vince comes back in the role that he is, I think he just retires. He's there to be with his son now. Like, his son's very prominent in NXT. If Vince starts getting his fingers into NXT a little bit too much, sometimes you just don't want to deal with the crap. So why would you even bother, right? Man, I want a PB&J burger from First Round now. Hey, Skip can be worth it, my friend. I don't know if you're at work or you're at home right now, but either way, you could just use that for the PB&J burger, just a little skip the dishes, and perfect setup for that. But yeah, as we head into you're way on the south side, not on my right. Yeah, okay. I didn't know if you were home or at work, so you could grab a shift to the old fine sake to pick up your food. Nice. Since this is the last commercial break of the show tonight, I just want to give you a wrap up and a preview of what's going on here, because we're going to wrap things up fairly quick after the show ends tonight. But first of all, more than anything, thank you guys for stopping in here tonight. I do appreciate it. It is truly humbling how much you guys really do support around here, and we got a lot of good things coming, and I got a few projects that are near and dear to me that I'm trying to get working on here that I hope to get off the ground here in the next couple months here. So a lot more gaming stuff, and who knows what's going to come in the future here. Just make some quick plugs here. The merch store, we do have new shirts available. I am going to get the shorts up tomorrow. We got t-shirts, we got mugs, we got mouse pads, we got stickers, we got hats. Gonna try to get a whole bunch there. Finally, on your PC, 7 minutes left. As you can see, my goal down below, it's a ranked goal. It's like not all at once here, but I am gonna try and work towards getting a gaming PC going. If I can get that, I can start streaming a little bit more Fightcade and a little bit more of the PC games that Jupiter is very fond of. So I would like to get a little bit more into that as well. What am I looking at? I haven't got that far because I need to know what kind of budget I can get. And personally, that's going to come up to you guys here. For the more you guys support us, the more that the more I can bring back to the channel and bring back to you guys. So the goal's down there. It's all set up, ready to go. Not going to push it too hard, but I will mention it here. But next stream is going to be tomorrow during the day. I don't know exactly what time. This is the problem with streaming from home. You got tomorrow. They have to. You know how in Alberta we had the big test of the big alarm that went off here for the provincial warning. Yeah, our phones just randomly went off like 7 or 8 times here. So anyway, they have to come and test my fire alarms. Yeah, 8 tests down there. Yeah. So for me, technically, it was 24 because I got a watch and two phones going off. But regardless, they have to come test my fire alarm here tomorrow. So once they're done that, I'll be able to aim down a time. I want to get it done sooner than later. But we are going to get back into Bayonetta tomorrow, Bayonetta 1. Pan through a whole you were in court when the phones were going nuts? That's always great. Get this goddamn power slap off my TV. I'm sorry, I don't bleep this one, but that power slap can just kiss my ass. Just straight up, no bleaching or nothing, just kiss my royal red ass. Ugh. Yeah, there was that. Power slap is the dumbest shit of all time. Absolutely. But yeah, we're going to get into Bayonetta 1. And then Saturday, the 5-year stream, 5-year anniversary stream. It will be a nighttime stream, evening stream. Like we said, we haven't figured out exactly what we're doing yet.
But I'm better than you.
Whoa!
And you know it!
Crowder, 9 months. Thank you. About time to have a kid. What are those glasses? Seriously, did he steal those off Orange Cassidy and just dip them in gold paint? Whoa!
But I'm better than you. And you know it!
Everybody's showing their support for MJF here with the resubs here. Well, thank you, Jupe. I do appreciate it. I do appreciate you as well, Crowder. Shout out to Cloud. All you guys that are resubbing. What the?
Now you will experience the full power of the
Goddamn!
dark side.
Just dropping a 5-bomb there, Shout. What the? Well, there goes my goal. I got to reset it now. Thanks. Ugh. All right, well, thank you. Thank you, Shout. Seriously. Shout blowing goals up here. Like I said, I want to use the... yeah, like a... bomb. Jeez, you win, Shout. Yep, you win. The last time you did one of these bombs, I ended up talking like William Shatner for 10 minutes. Oh, yeah, gotta get the stretch in, of course. Yeah. Well, don't worry, I'll be stretching in between the pods here tonight. And by the way, our new shirt here, or our older shirt, I don't quit, I restart. Sort of opportune for what's been going on here. You know what? I love how MJF is not being able to say a word here right now. And we got 1 minute left. So maybe we'll get lucky and he literally will not be able to say a single thing here. MJF doesn't even have a mic on him, for Pete's sake. Oh, they edited that one rather nicely. They didn't even beep that one. They just moved it around. Did they literally just cut the audio there? Still can't believe his girlfriend broke up the engagement. Well, sometimes in life, you know, art imitates life a little bit too much. That was real? Yeah, that was real. She actually did break off the engagement. It's tough to be a wrestler's girlfriend, boyfriend, etc. As we're getting the final little blurbs from Excalibur of what's going on. They only announced one match for Rampage? Jesus. So does that mean she's single? I don't know if it deserved that or that, but either way. But yeah, all in all, what did you guys think of Dynamite tonight? I found this is a great setup to the pay-per-view on Sunday. It is you're getting in a position here, but there was a couple matches that were more maybe that is the date you say. Well, it was Dynamite. Get it, because I give you that one. I tried to get the timing down on that. You have yourself a good night, Darth Mick. We're going to raid Quest for Jewels here in a moment. The matches that need to be set up for Sunday were set up really well. And the new feuds that came out tonight, like that, now we're going to get the reinvention of Hobbs against Joe going forward, or maybe Hobbs and Wardlow. Whoever wins that TNT Championship match on Sunday is going to end up having to face Hobbs as the next target, because I believe that brass ring is directly for the TNT Championship. So Hobbs versus Wardlow in a real match that's not going to get ended in like a minute would be something I'd really enjoy. You have yourself a good night too, Jupe. So if you're heading out already too. But all in all, like I said, if you get a chance and you're in the Edmonton area, stop by Beercade, 10544 82nd Avenue. We are going to be having the pay-per-view on. I just purchased the pay-per-view tonight for it. For those that are wondering, it is up to $54.99 for this one. So if you want to save yourself $55 and want to spend it on food instead of watching a show, stop by Beercade and hang out. And if you want to hear my thoughts about what's going to be happening at this pay-per-view, check out on Saturday here on YouTube, our wrestling YouTube channel. Myself and the natural Astro Pizarro are going to be chatting, not only being a part of the ROH TV tapings, or being in the crowd at least, but we're also going to give our thoughts and predictions about the AEW Revolution pay-per-view coming up this Sunday. So other than that, I want to thank everybody for popping in here. Make sure you check out our social page, my social pages, if you haven't yet. We do have a Discord. We'll get TK to sign that straight. Absolutely.